California home sellers, 3 questions that you should ask a listing agent before they arrive at your property. I'm going to give you the questions, and then I'm going to give you the answers quickly. First question is, are you going to advise me to offer buyer agent compensation or agree to pay it if it comes in with an offer? If so, how are you going to mitigate against those risks? If so, can you even explain those risks to me? Now, I believe that if your listing agent is not an attorney, also an attorney, or a certified seller advocate, they're not going to answer your question because they're not, even if they knew the answers, which I don't think they will, they're not licensed to advise you on this stuff. They can't give you the releases and waivers that are absolutely required if you're concerned about steering, if you're concerned about compromising a buyer's agent's duties to the buyer agent, if you're concerned about collusion and price fixing, as your realtors should be, because their brokerages, some of them lost hundreds of millions of dollars in class action suits, and they should also trigger in their minds that the California Association of Realtors remove forms from them related to buyer agent compensation and advises them, yes, a seller may offer buyer agent compensation in concert with a real estate professional. And why are they saying that it needs to be in concert with a real estate professional to a realtor? Because yes, as a home seller, you have every right to do so. And in some circumstances, you probably should if you want to sell for top dollar and put the most money in your pocket and create a competition among buyers. But if you do that, you need to be aware of steering. You need to be aware of compromising the buyer's agent's fiduciary duties, because this is what the DOJ says, and you can mitigate against the risk. I think if you follow a process really thoroughly, you can minimize those risks almost to zero, as much as almost all other risks can be mitigated. But I'm going to just let you in for one more little tidbit. The process, because realtors are passive and they're not addressing this with you because they can't, the process they're choosing to use does not let you get multiple offers competing against each other well. It's the least likely method to do it that they're using now. And 2, if they're actually exposing you to more risk. I can go over that more with you in the future, but for now, I suggest you give us a call, you click the link, or you go to winnerscheck.com, my website, and you set up a strategy session. We'll do it quickly over the phone, and in exchange for doing that, I will give you this form, which goes a long way to mitigating most of the risks related to buyer agent compensation. And as I'll send you this form, and then you can choose to talk to me. I'll go over the 4 scenarios that you'll be facing as a listing agent, as a seller with respect to buyer agent compensation. The first one is zero buyer agent compensation. This is the one that really realtors need to be sticking to if they're not getting lawyers involved and they don't have the forms and releases. So if they're not certified seller advocates, they should be saying 0. I will help you sell your home. We're not going to offer anything to buyer's agents. That flat out is all a realtor can do, in my legal opinion, and it seems that would be the legal opinion of the Department of Justice, because they forced the California Association of Realtors to remove the forms. But otherwise, after that, if you're going to offer buyer agent compensation, 2 is passive. It's what realtors are using. I'd say avoid, and then 3 or 4 are the other ones that you can discuss. And as a principal, you can instruct your agent to do it properly. And that's really the point of our seller strategy session. So I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. And some of you will be totally happy with this form. Others who figure if I'm offering buyer agent compensation, I'm going to sell their home and I want to sleep at night knowing I've done my best. Some of you will say, yeah, John, I want to work with you, or I'd like you to work with my agent. And that's fine. That's why I'm doing this. This is why I'm going to give away the information. This is why we can have a strategy session and you can have the choices. Because some of you will say, thanks, John, and you'll go out and work with your realtors, and others will say, yes, I want to work with you. It happened to me during short sales. I sold a lot of houses, close to 200 houses during short sales, and I held nothing back during my consultations. I just gave out the information. 70 or 80% of the people wound up working with me. 20% worked with their cousin, their wife, their neighbor. That's okay. So give us a call. Totally friendly strategy session. I love talking about real estate with people. And click the link or set up the strategy session. We'll do it over phone or Zoom. And just so I can talk to you, I'm going to get you this form first. All right, thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.